Phishing. It's a term we hear often, but what does it really mean? At its core, phishing is a digital scam, a deceptive practice used by malicious actors to trick you. It's a form of online fraud where attackers pose as trusted sources, masquerading as legitimate entities to gain your confidence. These deceptive tactics are often carried out in emails or texts designed to look and feel authentic. Their goal? What are these cybercriminals really after? To trick you into revealing sensitive info, the kind of data that can compromise your security and well-being. This includes things like passwords, those digital keys to your online life, or credit card numbers, the gateway to your finances. They might also try installing malware, malicious software designed to harm your device and steal your data. Despite being one of the oldest cybercrimes, a relic from the early days of the internet, phishing is still alarmingly effective, managing to fool even the most tech-savvy individuals. Why? What makes this old trick still so potent? Because our lives are now deeply online. We conduct so much of our daily business in the digital realm. This includes banking, shopping, and storing personal data, all activities that make us vulnerable. This digital dependence, this reliance on online services, gives scammers endless opportunities to exploit our habits and access our information. A single phishing attack can lead to a cascade of negative consequences. It can result in identity theft, where your personal information is stolen and used to commit fraud. It can also lead to financial loss, draining your bank accounts and racking up unauthorized charges, and it can result in compromised accounts, giving attackers access to your email, social media, and other online platforms. The consequences can devastate, leaving victims feeling vulnerable and violated. This devastation can affect both individuals and businesses, causing significant personal and professional damage. Millions of phishing emails are sent daily, flooding inboxes around the world with deceptive messages, and attackers are constantly refining their tactics, developing new and sophisticated ways to trick their victims. They exploit human psychology. They understand what makes us tick, what motivates our actions. They do this using urgency, fear, or curiosity, emotions that can cloud our judgment and lead us to make mistakes. These tactics are designed to prompt quick reactions, bypassing our critical thinking and security protocols. Phishing is cheap to launch, requiring minimal investment from the attackers, yet it can yield big rewards, providing access to valuable data and financial resources. This combination of low cost and high potential payoff makes it a favorite tool for cybercriminals around the world. No one is immune, regardless of your background, technical expertise, or online habits. Everyone is a potential target, vulnerable to these deceptive tactics. The term phishing is no accident. It's a deliberate play on words, hinting at the deceptive nature of the crime. It's like fishing, but instead of catching fish, attackers are trying to catch unsuspecting victims. They do this with scammers casting bait to lure victims, hoping someone will take the hook. Their bait? What do they use to entice us? Convincing emails or messages, crafted to look as legitimate as possible. These messages often look like they're from your bank, requesting you to verify your account details. Or perhaps they appear to be from your employer, asking you to update your personal information. Or even a popular service you use every day, alerting you to a supposed security breach. The sophistication of these attacks is constantly increasing, making them harder and harder to detect. This makes it tough to spot fakes, even for those who are generally cautious online. Attackers hope you'll click a malicious link, leading you to a fake website designed to steal your information, or open a dangerous attachment, infecting your device with malware and compromising your security. The problem is only getting worse, with phishing attacks becoming more frequent and more sophisticated. This is because digital life expands, creating more opportunities for attackers to exploit our vulnerabilities. Understanding phishing, learning how these attacks work, is the first step to protecting yourself, arming yourself with the knowledge you need to stay safe online. It's not just a technical issue. It's not simply about having the right software or security settings. It's a human one, rooted in our psychology and our habits. Scammers prey on trust and routine, exploiting our natural tendencies to trust familiar sources and follow established patterns. That's why awareness is crucial, because understanding how these attacks work is the best defense. Stay alert. Be vigilant about the messages you receive and the links you click. Question unexpected messages, especially those that ask for personal information or pressure you to act quickly. And think before you click, taking a moment to consider the potential risks before you take action. In today's digital world, where threats are constantly evolving, knowing how phishing works Understanding the mechanics of these attacks is essential for staying safe and protecting yourself from becoming the next victim. Creating a convincing phishing website, a deceptive replica designed to steal your sensitive information, can take less than 10 minutes. That's all the time a cybercriminal needs to set the trap. The speed at which these sites can be deployed is alarming. Attackers don't need advanced skills. They don't have to be coding geniuses or network experts, just basic know-how and the right tools. The barrier to entry for creating these scams is surprisingly low. Pre-made phishing kits, readily available for purchase or even found for free in certain corners of the internet, and website copying tools, which automate the process of replicating legitimate sites, do most of the work. They handle the technical complexities, making it easier than ever to deceive unsuspecting users. The process starts by picking a target, a brand that people trust, like a bank or email provider. These are the institutions we interact with daily, making them prime targets for impersonation. Using website cloners, specialized software designed for this purpose, scammers copy the real site's look in minutes. The cloned site is often indistinguishable from the original at first glance. They tweak the login form, making subtle changes to the underlying code to send your credentials straight to them. Instead of logging you into your account, it steals your username and password. Phishing kits, often sold on the dark web, a hidden marketplace for illicit goods and services, make setup even easier. They streamline the entire process, reducing the technical burden on the attacker. These kits include everything: web pages, scripts, and email templates. It's a complete package for launching a phishing campaign. Attackers upload the kit to a web server that will host the fake website, adjust a few settings, customizing the kit to match their specific target and goals, and the fake site is live, ready to deceive unsuspecting visitors. If one site is taken down, if security measures detect and block the fraudulent site, they can launch another almost instantly. The cycle of creation and takedown is relentless. This rapid deployment makes phishing a constant threat, a persistent danger in the digital landscape. The infrastructure for deception is cheap and accessible. Anyone can afford to host a phishing site. Anyone with bad intentions can become a phisher with minimal effort. The tools are readily available and the skills required are minimal. Security teams are always playing catch-up. They are constantly battling a rising tide of phishing attacks. The speed and ease of launching phishing sites fuel the global scale of the problem. It's a worldwide epidemic of digital deception. That's why vigilance and awareness are more important than ever. Education is our best defense against these attacks. The threat is real. The consequences of falling for a phishing scam can be devastating, and it's only a few clicks away. One wrong click can compromise your personal information and security. Phishing scammers employ a diverse range of tools and techniques, often evolving their methods to stay ahead of security measures. They meticulously craft convincing traps designed to mimic legitimate websites and communications. Website cloners like HT-Track, for example, allow them to rapidly copy entire sites in just minutes, creating near-perfect replicas. Once cloned, they upload these files and then tweak login forms, often with just a few lines of code. This allows them to seamlessly capture your sensitive data, like usernames and passwords. Phishing kits, pre-packaged sets of tools, are often tailored for specific targets, such as banks, e-commerce platforms, or streaming services. These kits are widely available on underground forums and dark web marketplaces. These kits include virtually everything needed, including realistic web pages, the necessary scripts to harvest credentials, and even professionally designed fake emails to lure victims. Some advanced kits even go a step further. They actively block security researchers and automated bots to avoid detection and prolong their campaigns. Scammers also frequently register lookalike domains, a technique known as typo squatting. This might involve subtle character replacements like paypal1.com instead of paypal.com. Or they might use deceptive subdomains, such as yourbank-support.com. To further obscure their true destinations, they often use URL shorteners and strategically crafted subdomains to effectively disguise malicious links and make them appear legitimate. Email spoofing is another common trick, making messages deceptively appear to come from trusted sources, like your bank or a colleague. While email security measures like DMARC and SPF exist to combat spoofing, they're unfortunately not always foolproof, and sophisticated attackers can often bypass them. Beyond technical tools, social engineering is absolutely key. Phishing emails often create a sense of urgency or fear, all designed to prompt quick, unthinking action. Messages might warn of alleged account issues or urgently urge immediate login to prevent dire consequences. The ultimate goal is to get you to instinctively click before you have a chance to stop and think critically about the situation. These manipulative tactics exploit your inherent trust and established routines. It's important to remember that even tech-savvy users can be easily fooled by a particularly well-crafted and convincing scam. Therefore, recognizing these common tricks and understanding how they work is absolutely vital for staying safe and secure in today's increasingly complex online world. Phishing sites are built to look exactly like the real thing. Scammers copy logos, colors, fonts, and layouts to create instant trust. Login forms and buttons match the genuine site down to the smallest detail. They even fake security icons like padlocks or trust seals to appear legitimate. The language is urgent. Account suspended or unusual login detected to push you to act fast. This emotional pressure bypasses your critical thinking. URLs are cleverly disguised using subdomains or lookalike domains. Many phishing sites use HTTPS, so the padlock icon appears in your browser. Remember, a padlock means encryption, not legitimacy. Attackers can easily get SSL certificates for fake sites. The combination of visual mimicry and psychological pressure is powerful. Most victims don't notice subtle differences in the web address. On mobile devices, spotting these clues is even harder. That's why it's crucial to check URLs carefully and stay skeptical. Don't trust appearances alone. Verify before you enter any information. Phishing campaigns target banks, email providers, delivery services, and more. You might get an email from your bank warning of suspicious activity. Click the link, and you land on a fake login page. Enter your details, and scammers have access to your money. Emails from Google or Microsoft claim your account is at risk. Again, the link leads to a fake login. Parcel delivery scams are common. A message from FedEx or UPS says you missed a delivery, urging you to click a link or pay a fee. These sites steal your info or install malware. Streaming and social media scams are on the rise too. Fake Netflix or Facebook emails claim billing or security issues, luring you to enter credentials or payment details. Attackers adapt to trends, targeting whatever services people use most. The goal is always the same: steal your data, money, or access. Staying alert to these tactics is your best defense. Phishing isn't just technical, it's psychological warfare. Scammers use fear, urgency, curiosity, and greed to manipulate you. Messages warn of account suspension or legal trouble, creating panic. Urgent deadlines push you to act before thinking. Promises of prizes or refunds exploit curiosity and greed. Authority is another weapon. Emails appear to come from trusted brands or even your boss. These tactics bypass logic and trigger emotional responses. That's why even smart people fall for phishing. Recognizing these psychological tricks is key to resisting them. Stay calm, question urgency, and verify before you act. The fallout from phishing can be severe and long-lasting. Financial loss is common. Attackers drain accounts or make unauthorized purchases. Identity theft is another risk, with criminals opening accounts or filing fraudulent tax returns in your name. Recovering your identity can take months or years. Some phishing attacks install malware, like ransomware or spyware, causing further damage. If a work account is compromised, it can trigger a data breach, harming entire organizations. Companies face financial loss, legal trouble, and damaged reputations. Customer data may be exposed, eroding trust. Phishing isn't just a personal threat, it can impact businesses and even national security. The ripple effects go far beyond the initial victim. Protecting yourself starts with skepticism. Treat unexpected emails or messages with caution, especially if they urge quick action or request personal info. Don't click links or download attachments from unknown sources. Always verify messages by contacting the company directly. Never use links in the email. Check email addresses and URLs for subtle misspellings or odd domains. Enable multi-factor authentication for extra security. Keep your software and antivirus up to date. Use strong, unique passwords and consider a password manager. Be careful what you share online. Scammers use social media details to craft convincing attacks. Educate yourself and others about the latest phishing tactics. Phishing tactics evolve constantly, making vigilance essential. Cybercriminals use new technologies like AI to craft more convincing scams. No security tool is perfect. The human element is the last line of defense. Always think critically before clicking links or sharing information. If something feels off, verify it independently. Report phishing attempts to companies and authorities to help stop scams. Share what you learn with friends and family to build a safer community. The threat is persistent but not unbeatable. Awareness, caution, and good habits are your best protection. Stay informed and stay safe in our connected world.